Hi everyone, it's Nancy here, back with another process video for you. Here I am just sorting out my supplies, and I have a piece of Pebbles paper which was from the Scraptastic kit, and then the other piece of paper is Wild and Free from Glitz, and I've been trying to use these sort of kit and the collection pack sort of in tandem really, and I'm finding they work really well together. So I'm just gutting that sort of herringbone piece of paper so I can mount this design on it. I do have to just cut this design down a little bit, but you can't really sort of tell at the end result, and I really like how that border just adds a little something to it. So I'm just going to mount that on, and I'm going to be scrapping a 4x4 square photo on this layout. I do apologise for my kind of makeshift washi tape plaster that I have, or band-aid for you guys in America, that I have on my finger. I cut it, I think I was doing something really silly. Oh, I was getting paracetamol out of a packet, because I'm kind of coming down with a cold and I had a really sore throat this morning, so yeah, and I cut it doing that, so that, didn't really do much good, did it? Sorry, I appear to be texting there, that's a little bit rude of me. Okay, my video is now frozen, so I'm not sure what I'm doing if you're just watching me text, that's a bit weird. I pull out this Daydreamer, and then I just nip off because I found these while sorting out my stash at the caravan, and I brought these from the local pound shop, so it's the same as like your dollar stores, and it's a really nice purple colour, sort of a purpley blue, cornflower blue maybe, I don't know. We'll go with cornflower blue, and it worked well with the purples in the background, and it was just the right size. And as I said, I bought them at the pound shop probably before Christmas time, but I hadn't actually used them. So I'm just going to layer that behind the photo. So this is the Daydreamer Project Life card pack, and what I'm doing is just having a look. Pulling out any that I think are going to work. Actually, not many of those end up on this layout. I think there's probably only one in the end, but I am just pulling them out and seeing if I can get them to work. And so now I'm trying to use my Project Life cards on layouts. There's probably not a layout goes by where I don't look at them, and I'm kind of over the rounded corners and square corner thing now. That doesn't really bother me. I didn't mention, but you'll also see that I mounted that photo with that herringbone effect as well, just to add to it. I pull out that die cut, which was from my cameo, but it's just too harsh because it's the black. It's just too harsh for this layout, because actually that herringbone is like a dark grey. So I'm going to fuss with this a bit. I like that one at the side, that says sort of today with the space for the date, and I really like how that looks. This photo is purely just me being quite vain, and it's just me wearing one of my wigs. Wigs and fake lashes, and I was going to the supermarket to do some shopping. You have to dress up for these occasions. These are some My Mind's Eye chipboard that I also found while tidying up, and I just want to use them up because actually they're quite nice. I like them. Didn't particularly go with this layout, but they kind of end up working okay in the end. I got quite a few bits of that collection, and then I say I don't think I brought the chipboard sheet. I think it must have came in a kit, but I really like it, so I want to see if I can get it to work. There's a border piece there, and then I like that kind of like title-y piece, and I think it says something like every so often I have to stop and play and remember the good times or something. So I'm just going to add some gold mist, because there's a lot of kind of yellow within those chipboard pieces, and I'm also going to add some of the coral Heidi Swapp and some of the sea foam. So this one a kind of nice little spangly background for it all to go on, because the background is quite dramatic anyway. I didn't want to go too OTT and like add lots of stamping and stuff like that, so I just kept it with the mist spots. So here I am deciding what I'm going to do, and I take out the ink. It's a Prima ink, I believe, that came in the Scraptastic kit if you subscribe from one month to the other, and I decided to ink my edges with it. It's not something I do a lot. I'm not sure if I like it, but you know, it kind of picks out, the pink picks out the kind of, you know, bit of colour from the background, and overall I think it works. It works okay. It just kind of brings a cohesion to everything, and you know, I'm all good with that. So I do add that onto the edges of the photo as well. And I even do the doily, and I do end up cutting that doily in two, so I can spread it across the layout. I even ink that zigzag piece as well in the end. So I'm just kind of now going to start placing everything down. I did realise when I laid my photo down that I got gold. Some of the gold spray hadn't dried completely, and I got it straight on my head, as I always do. I tend to not really think about where my photos, and I'm quite messy when I scrap, as you can see from my table and all the ink spots and things behind it. So now I'm just adding these chipboard pieces, and as I said, they don't overtly go, but they don't look terrible, so I'm going to go with it because it gets them out of the stash and gets them used up. So I'm just sticking that all down. Now I'm happy with how everything is, and I want to put that border piece down, so I'm just going to trim that and then use the ink, as I said, to ink that up. As I said, it looks alright. Adds a nice texture. And I'm also going to end up adding another piece of that to the layout as well, that sort of zigzag. And this is this kind of title, kind of subtitle-y kind of thing. You know, that could be, it could be the title of the layout. There's also the other little circle one in the corner that says Playful. And that's where I'm going to add the other zigzag border. And I just like how it frames the photo. Just stopping to have a drink there, because as I say, I don't know if you can hear, but I don't know if I'm coming down with a cold or it's just allergies. I'm not really sure, but it's really annoying. I hate sniffing, and I keep sniffing, so I'm doing my own head in, which is never good. So now I'm going through the die cut box and just pulling stuff out that might get on this layout. I pull out that etc. Acetate piece. Yes, it's the acetate pieces. And I also pull out the life acetate piece. Yes, people, it is there. It gets placed on the layout. I think everyone just needs to remain calm for now because it's not glued down. I'm also going to I pulled out tags and stuff, but they didn't kind of really work. And just looking through if I want to add anything else up that top corner. I pull out this little box which I got really kind of quite anal when I was storing things, and even used my little domino machine to make some labels for it, which was kind of sad. But I'm just going through here, I think it's the Fresh Cut collection, just seeing if I can find anything that would add to this layout. And I'm also going to look through the Heidi Swapp one. I can't remember what from collection it's from, but I showed it in a past haul. So that is that one, but I don't end up adding anything. I thought I needed something in that top corner, but actually, it looks okay. I'm gonna go with it. So I then pull out wood veneer, because I want something of a different texture on it, and I just decide on these little stars, so I just pull 3 of those out to add on. And as I said, I'm really pleased how they look, and I am having to use a little bit of 3D adhesive just to add on top of those. As I said, I'm just now gluing those little stars down, and I'm just using my white glue to stick those acetate pieces down. And this is where we can get excited, people, because I am shortly going to put glue on that life piece. It is the furthest it's ever got on a layout, and it does get stuck down. Yes, you heard me right, it gets stuck down on the layout, and I am so pleased to have it out of my stash. It's like a small, minor miracle. Sorry about that, people. Anyway, back to the layout. I'm not actually going to do much more to this layout because I feel that there is nothing more I can add. I have added the life piece. There is nothing more to add. So I'm just going to add a little bit more of the gold mist and that over, just to bring a bit more of the golden sparkle up to the top layers, really. And then that's it. I'm really happy with how it all looks. It wasn't at all what I first planned to do, and how I'd ever thought I'd use that life piece, but it works really well, and I actually have another piece of that background paper, so I'm hoping to use that on the layout. So here are some close-ups, and thank you very much for watching my video, people. Bye!